Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramos. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Up the middle they go. Nance. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
59.
Now it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And this ball will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Once more with Harvey. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Nix. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Bombers.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now it's Nix. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready? Ready? Show. Captain.
Nix looking to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
There he goes left side. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Again, it's Harvey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
First down.
Nix to the air. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Broncos 21, Chargers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. But you look at this Bronco defense. Yeah, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Nance. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. No move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. On fourth down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, Nance. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release. To the air again, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to pull off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To throw is Nix. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. These two teams all tied after one. To throw, here's Nix. And a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nix going to give to Harvey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramos. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
380, run! Set, 380, run!
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert off of play action. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Lad McConkey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 65 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chargers 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Herbert now. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th and...
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 40. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. Harvey now on first and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 42. Chargers 28.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Nance. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 13.
Hey, ram.
Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. He'll buy some time right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They run straight ahead with Harvey. Now he's free up the left sideline. The race is on. R.J. Harvey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chargers, 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A short throw to Ingram. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, go lock. Ready?
Now it's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Denver Broncos.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. It's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Hey, Kappa.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramos. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 25.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Throwing Nix.
Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dawson Knox from 13 yards out. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chargers 42.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Broncos 59, Chargers 49. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. To throw is Nix. Escaping the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Kill!
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. 205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
66. Chargers 56.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
At the Broncos 39-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 3rd down, Nance. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DJ Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramos. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
The 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chargers 63.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left.
First and 10 at the
Working with the
48-yard
lead,
line.
trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Over set. Ready. Ready, right hand. To the right, yeah. Hey, Sean, let's go.
Here's Harvey. Now he's loose again.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, 47 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
73. Chargers 63.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing, Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Herbert.
He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
Is a turnover on downs.
Over set. Ready. Ready, right hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
He'll air this one out from Mims.
And this is taken in at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
A gain of 39 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the